Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video you will learn how to describe the transformation, specifically the rotation, when you join the corresponding points of an object and its image and the lines are not parallel. That means a rotation has taken place. So in this lesson I'll show you how to find the center of rotation, determine whether the rotation is clockwise or anti-clockwise, and you'll have to calculate, you'll have to identify the angle of rotation by using the perpendicular bisector method. And we'll solve these questions, past paper questions, step by step together. And I'll also show you simple and easy methods to find midpoints and angles. Make sure you have a compass, ruler and pencil ready. So let's begin. Let's look at the question. Let's begin. If you have to describe the transformation, so we'll join the corresponding points, at least 2 points, and see is it a parallel line or a non-parallel line. So I've joined these 2 points, which are the corresponding points, and we'll have to describe the transformation A onto B. So we can check that we are getting a non-parallel line, so it's a rotation. If you are not good in drawing the perpendicular bisector, so you can use the midpoint also. So you can see after joining the lines we are making a perpendicular bisector line by using a ruler. It's very easy, just finding out where is the midpoint. So here you can see there are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 points are there. The center is coming here. Okay, so 5 boxes are there, 5 boxes are there. So we are just using a ruler and placing the ruler here, okay, and making a perpendicular line which is lying in the center. When you keep the ruler, just see this should be the bottom line should placed there on your line wherever you have joined the object and image line. So that's a perpendicular line and it will be a 90-degree over there. Now you can take the other points like this and this. Okay, so here also you find out which one is the center point, and then you place the ruler and make a perpendicular bisector line. So whenever you check that you have 1 2 3 here and 3 points here, so it's a center point. It's a center point, and then you keep a ruler here and make a perpendicular line. So you look at this, the other green line made the perpendicular line over there like this, okay, and the other perpendicular line is there. The intersecting point of the perpendicular line is your center of rotation. I just remove, whenever you remove the ruler, you can see that 0,2 is the center of rotation. You can see that I have joined the object to the center to the image and it is 90-degree. You can check from the other point as well. Okay, now look at this screenshot of this. So if I have to see that it is how much is the angle I have shown you already. So if I am going to rotate like this, you can see the same your image. Okay, so I just rotated one, it's 90-degree, and I move like this, it is anti-clockwise. Okay, I'm just showing you again. So if this position was your original position. Now I have moved 90-degree anti-clockwise, because if I moved anti-clockwise the image will be like this, which is not the same. Alright, so if I have this diagram and I have moved like 90-degree anti-clockwise is like this. Okay, I moved 90-degree anti-clockwise, so I've told each and everything. Center, that if you have to describe, so you just write down that rotation and the center is 0,2 and the angle is 90-degree and the rotation is it's moved anti-clockwise. So this was the complete answer. So one question I tell you with the help of the compass. All right, let's begin. Now you learn how to make the perpendicular bisector line, draw a line, and then you can name that line as AB. I'm just telling you how to draw the perpendicular bisector. Take more than half radius, and preferably you can take 3/4 of that line. So draw an arc up and down, and don't change the radius, whatever you have taken, the same radius, and then cut the arc up and down. All right, and then you will get the 2 points. Just join them. Whenever you join them, it will be exactly the line making 90 degree with the line AB, and it's the perpendicular bisector line. This is the way you can make the perpendicular bisector line. Let's start some past paper questions. So this is May June 2018 paper 4-1 question number 4. So we are doing triangle. This one we'll have to describe fully single transformation triangle A onto D. So we'll have to check A and D. Your A is your object and D is your image. Okay, so label it first and then start working that how much angle it is, what is the direction, and which one is the center. So they describe the transformation A onto D. Let's see, are they it's a reflection, rotation, translation, whatever it is. So first label it first, that if it is A onto D. Okay, so this is A prime, its image. If it is the second one, if it I'm taking this one as B, so this one is B prime. If this is C, so this one is C prime. Okay, so A is the object and D is the image. Joining the corresponding points, and let's check A to A prime and C to C prime and B to B prime. So it means it is not like either a translation or reflection, so it's a rotation. Now we are going to check the angle and center and also the direction. So if I just check the angle and the direction, so I'm just showing you how it moved. Okay, now this is your A, which is the same. If we have to rotate it, obviously your A is moving clockwise. I just see it is clockwise, and this is the position of it. Okay, you can check this one. Okay, I just turned one time and towards the clockwise. I just show you again. Okay, so it moves one time only clockwise and it's the same position. All right, so 90 degree clockwise. So this is you can see that it is rotation and 90 degree clockwise. Now we have to give the center. Okay, so just we are joining the points and making the perpendicular bisector. Okay, I have already told you, so I'm doing it very quickly. So I just joined A to A prime. Now I'm drawing a perpendicular bisector of it. If you just check, this one is your center, because there are nine boxes and then 4.5 boxes I took. But what do? You just take more than half radius and draw a perpendicular bisector. If you are keeping your needle here, then this much radius you must take 3/4. All right, so I've made a perpendicular line of this A and A prime. Now I'm drawing another line. So here I've joined B to B prime and taking finding out the perpendicular bisector line. Wherever they both will meet, that will be the center of rotation. So it's a perpendicular bisector of these two lines I have made. So what I'm going to do, I'm just erasing the correspond the lines which I have made it, this one and this one. You can see only the perpendicular bisector lines, this line and this line. They are meeting at one point, which is 1 minus 1. Okay, so 1 and minus 1 is the center of rotation. So just write 1 minus 1. check that is it 90-degree or not. Okay, so what do? You just join the object to the center to the image, and you can see it is clockwise and it is 90-degree. You can check the other points as well. Do the practice and then confirm your answers. How much you do the practice, you will be perfect in this topic. Let's do another question. Alright, so this is October November 2017, paper 4-3, question 5. Alright, so we are solving this question. Describe fully the single transformation A onto B, and 3 marks question it is. So here A is your object and B is the image. Alright, so this is your object and this is your image. Alright, so just label it first, A, B, C, and then it's easier for us to find out the direction and everything. Okay, so for example, if this is A, this is B, and this is C, so obviously this much will be A and B line, straight line, and then C point, C complement. Okay, so let's see what angle and what is the direction. So alright, so I'm trying and I can see it is clockwise. So let's see, just one, I just moved 90-degree and it's the same 90-degree and it was clockwise. Again, I'm showing you it was the original figure or the original diagram, which was the object. I just moved 90-degree and it was clockwise. So this is 90-degree rotation, 90-degree clockwise, and we have to find out the center. For that thing you will have to do work. Okay, let's join the points. Okay, and just check that it is C to C complement, you can join. A to A complement, you can join. B to B complement also you can join. Okay, so now I'm going to draw C to C complement. Okay, so then I'll make a perpendicular bisector line. So I've made the perpendicular bisector line of C and C complement. Now I'm joining another one. So I've made the line of B and B complement and then drawing the perpendicular bisector. Making bisectors is not difficult. If you just notice the line and perpendicular line, you know the gradients are. You can see that if the gradient, the other one is 3, the perpendicular line, the gradient will be -1/3. Okay, so I'm just removing the other lines and showing you only the perpendicular bisector, and you can also see this purple and red line where they are meeting is the center of rotation. So I erase C to C prime and B to B prime. Okay, so I can see the two perpendicular bisectors are there and they are meeting at 4 and -1. So it means the 4 and -1 is the center of rotation in this question. 4 and -1. Okay, if I just check that is it making 90-degree clockwise or not, so you can see C to the center and center to the it's center to its image, and it's coming clockwise and making 90-degree. So you can check like this as well. One more question we do, then I hope you all you can easily do the practice and get good marks in your tests. Okay, now this question, March 2017, paper 4-2, question number 2. Describe fully the single transformation that maps P onto Q, and 3 marks. You know the rotation has more than the other transformation marks because you will have to tell more things. Okay, you have to give the center, you have to give the angle and the direction also. That's why it has more marks. Okay, let's begin. So what do? Just label first that which one is just label the vertices, and that will be easier for you to do the question. Okay, so just label it. So if it is, I'm taking A, this one will be A, straight line B and B, P onto Q. Okay, so this is image, and this is C and this is C prime. Okay, so C to C prime is the easier for you to draw the perpendicular bisector center, and even you don't need a compass or anything. Okay, now it means you will have the point will be on this horizontal line. Now I'm going to join the other point, which is B to B prime. Okay, now just draw the perpendicular bisector of that line. Alright, so I made the perpendicular bisector and I can see the point of intersection of these 2 points. Okay, so I'm just removing it, the lines which I have joined, B to B and C to C. So the 2 points are meeting at 9 and 5, which is your point of coordinate. You'll have the coordinate of the center of rotation. So you just write down the rotation, and the center is 9, 5, and let's see what angle it is. Okay, so this is C to C prime, and then you will have to see what it is. It is obviously 90 degree and anti-clockwise, we can see. Okay, so this is coming, all the points are coming like this. Okay, so this is anti-clockwise, 90 degree and anti-clockwise. Alright, you can see this diagram is this was your original diagram. Okay, it was like this, it's original diagram. Alright, so when I move this diagram, I'll have to bring this A here. Okay, this is, okay, I move just 90 degree anti-clockwise, you can easily see this. Okay, so it's the original one, and I move anti-clockwise 90 degree, and it's your image. Alright, I hope you understood this question. So this was the topic, describe transformation whenever the rotation is going on. In rotation, in describe, you write down the rotation, center of rotation, the coordinate, and the direction, whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise, and also you also give that the how much angle it is. So I have told you everything in detail. Practice the question, then you can easily get good marks in your text. Okay, take care, bye bye. The next topic is enlargement. Do watch that video also. Okay, take care, bye bye.